Neoliberalism is a very complicated subject because it's not just an economic theory. It's a set of ideas that relates to economics but also to politics and also how we organize and interact with each other socially and culturally. So the central tenet of neoliberalism is that markets are the best tool that we have to decide everything in our lives. That markets, the trade-off between supply and demand, between suppliers and consumers, markets should set the tone for everything in our lives. Not just things where it makes sense to have a private industry, but also things that elsewhere, and even here formerly, were more public, where, for example, healthcare or interstate transportation. All of that is left up to private players running businesses, and the government's job is to then step back and allow the invisible hand to work its market magic. So that's neoliberalism, and that idea of markets and survival of the fittest in economics also carries over into our social and cultural life. Neoliberalism as a cultural ideology is that we humans are in constant competition with each other, that it's us against the world. That's a neoliberal idea. That's not at all true. And in fact, it's quite a bastardization of Darwin's true survival of the fittest theory, which recognized the importance of ecosystems in collaboration with each other for survival. So neoliberalism, it is not just an economic theory. It is not just another type of capitalism. It is much, much more than that, which makes it very difficult to talk about succinctly. But if you have to remember one thing, remember that neoliberalism is all about markets. And if you have to remember a second thing, hyper-individualism, and a third thing, survival of the fittest, competition. 1, 2, 3.